Please help us by clicking the like and subscribe button. Thank you, guys.
Here are Thailand's top headlines for this morning. Phuket is gearing up plans to attract 3.5 million international tourist arrivals by the fourth quarter this year. President of the Phuket Tourist Association, Phumkiti Raktangam, said foreign arrivals have increased to 3,000 to 5,000 per day since May 1st, compared with 400 to 500 per day during the sandbox period and 2,500 per day under the Test and Go scheme, following the recent easing of travel restrictions. Mr. Phumkiti said India has contributed the most inbound foreign tourists this month with an average of 1,000 per day, followed by Australia with around 10,000 visiting Phuket in April. Other leading markets for Phuket were UK, Singapore, Malaysia, and Saudi Arabia. He also mentioned that concerns over the viral situation should no longer be a huge concern and is optimistic that the island can potentially draw 3.5 million foreign tourists this year. Mr. Phumkiti's strategy to lengthening the stay of each tourist from 4 to 5 days to 6 is through recreational activities and attractions. He believes that instead of prioritizing volume, the island would benefit more if they lure in high-spending tourists with activities and new tourism sites. So far, in the first 4 months of 2022, Phuket has seen over 300,000 international visitors so far. Thailand is discontinuing its once mandatory COVID-19 tracking application Mor Chana, or Dr. Wins, from June 1st. Mor Chana was once commonly used to track coronavirus cases and notify people if they had been exposed to COVID-19. Mor Chana, which was launched on April 29, 2020, used GPS and Bluetooth to track the movement of users who were expected to use the application to scan a barcode to check in to venues during the height of the pandemic. In January 2021, Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul said anyone who contracted COVID-19 without having previously downloaded and used the app would be subject to up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of up to 40,000 baht. The threat was criticized as unfair on people without smartphones. However, over time, use of the Mor Chana fell out of use and many venues no longer expected attendees to check in using the app. Recently, Mor Chana made an announcement via Facebook that the application will be discontinued from June 1st. A case of a good intention gone bad. A man from the Isaan province of Buriram is being convicted for allegedly stealing 300,000 baht from his stepmother because he wanted to make merit by giving it away. He gave away 109,000 baht in cash at a local market and bought products valued at 200,000 baht, which he gave away to locals for free. CCTV footage shows 39-year-old Wutisak sitting on a motorbike and spreading banknotes all over the floor at a local market in Buriram province on Saturday at 3 a.m. Locals and merchants were tripping over each other trying to collect all the cash. Her stepson stole her bank card and used it to take money out of the ATM before giving it to locals out of the goodwill of his heart. Thai media reported that 70-year-old Som Wang filed a complaint at the Satuk police station in Buriram province on Monday. She asked police to help her track down the cash. The superintendent of Satuk police station said police had visited the market to urge sellers and residents to return the cash. They said anyone identifiable on the CCTV could face charges if they didn't return the money. So far, the police have collected a grand total of 2,900 baht. Wutisak admitted stealing the money and handing it out at the market in the early hours of Saturday morning. A man in Phuket is mourning the death of his sister after coming home to see her lying lifeless with bite marks on her neck yesterday morning. Sirinad was taking care of her brother's 2 Thai Ridgeback dogs while he was away on a business trip to Bangkok. One of the dogs had traces of blood on his mouth and fur. Police found 38-year-old Sininad's body on the balcony of her home with multiple bite marks on the left side of her neck. The suspected culprit is a 1-year-old Thai Ridgeback belonging to her brother, who has raised it for 5 months so far. Sininad lived with her 3 siblings in the house in Thalang district, who were all away in Bangkok together on a business trip when the incident happened. The women's siblings think that it's because Sininad suffered from a muscle weakness and difficulty walking. She may have accidentally fallen on top of the dog while feeding it, shocking it so much that it bit her to death. The neighbors said they heard a cry from the detached house between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. on the morning of the incident, but no one dared to check in fear of the dogs.